Yeah, we watched the finale of The Bachelorette last night. Angie and Carlin walking into the studio, putting on their headphones as we speak.
They just rolled in. They're looking matching in blue
God,
tones.
guys, you're colour-toned and you're tanned and terrific. You're looking amazing.
Carlin, you've got a button undone, showing off a very waxed, smooth chest. But you're counterbalancing that sexy look with a smart spectacles. I like the juxtaposition. It's thrown me.
Oh my God, how's this description?
Yeah.
A sexy unbuttoned shirt.
So, Angie, what's the response been like with you choosing Carlin?
I haven't had time to look. You guys are going to probably tell me.
You don't want to look.
Did Channel 10 or the production company warn you that no matter who you choose, everyone's going to say you chose the wrong person?
100%. I know leading up to it, everybody had their say on who they wanted. At the beginning, it was always like, Carlin. Halfway through, it was Carlin. And then it was Tim. Oh, no, it was Kieran. Then it was Tim. And then, I think with Tim being such a character and falling in love with him, like all of Australia did. They just watched him go from this lad to like this full-on, he was in romantic.
Love. Yeah.
Vulnerable.
Flies under.
He was.
That's awkward.
Oh, your flies under.
Oh my God! What is wrong with me?
What were you guys doing before you ran in here? Is that why you
tell
were
me?
late?
I
That's
just went
why
to
you
the
were
loo.
late.
I went to the loo.
Can I apologise firstly because we had lunch. How long ago? Was that a month ago? Me and you when I just stormed on your lunch.
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago or something.
And you said, "Who do I like?" And I said, "Well, Carlin's my guy."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I said, "But I liked him."
You did.
And I said, "These two guys, I think it's them two than Daylight." I mean, Kieran was good, but he left obviously for different reasons. So it was them three, those three guys. But then it was down to them two. I was watching last night, and my wife was crying her eyes out.
Yeah, it was full on.
I was rattled. Team Carlin the whole way. I had no idea he won. Right?
You didn't.
You
picked the two.
I picked the two.
I just didn't, lead on anything. At this stage, there was still a bunch of them left.
Yeah, but they're all, no one cares about the rest. I can't even remember their names. The bald guy was never a chance. Let's be real.
Well, Ryan was third, right? The dog guy.
The bald guy was never a chance.
That's not true. People thought he was a chance.
Come on, man.
But what about when you said you thought you made a mistake letting him go, Angie? What was that about?
To me, this experience is so full on. We've lived it, and then I tried to watch it then as a show, like everybody else. In that moment, I hate goodbyes, and I did fall. Part of me fell in love with a part of all of them.
Yeah,
and I was just so thrown because Ryan coming in, to me, that was like a universal sign. We get to meet, and something about me was like, am I slapping the universe in the face, sending him home?
Yeah.
But my connection with Carlin and Tim was just so much
stronger.
And it just hurt. That's why I said I would have said it about any of them.
Right.
Sending them home.
Right. Well, sometimes you do need to slap the universe down and just go with your gut. But,
I know.
that is a pretty bold statement when you say, I've made the wrong decision. Carlin, when you heard that on Wednesday night, is that the first time you'd sort of heard that she felt that way?
Honestly, our communication's been so good, and there was nothing that I've seen that I wasn't prepared for.
Oh, right.
So, honestly, I'm so thankful for Angie being so bluntly honest, and sometimes it's not easy to hear, but she just tells me it's not going to be easy for you to watch. And I was mentally prepared. It is hard to watch. I do get the sick feeling in the stomach, but that just shows how much I care. So.
And how have things been between you two? Obviously, you've had to see each other in secret. How many times have you had time alone together?
4 or 5
Maybe 4
times together.
It's not a lot.
No.
It's not a lot.
Where did you go for that?
Lockdown.
Secret
Yeah, you're in
squirrel.
lockdown. Hey, it's hard.
It's all like secret squirrel production based stuff that we can't talk about. But we do get to see each other, but not often.
Yeah.
It's just bulk texting and phone calls and things like that.
Well, after you guys, you do the big final commitment ceremony, you're in some creek in Byron Bay up near Lismore, and do you do the 40-minute Tarago ride back to Ballina Airport? Do you go see that Westfield that the Hemsworths have built up there?
Yeah, what
or
did
do you
you
go
do?
back to a villa
Oh my
and
God.
finally consummate this relationship?
We did get to spend as soon. It's such a full on surreal experience. You say goodbye to somebody that you absolutely adore, but you're so stoked because you picked the person that you love, and then you're like, you're like, okay, bye,
Yeah.
bye,
So
by
it's-
yourself, and you're kind of like, am we allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, it
It's
was
like-
a really odd feeling.
It was weird because I was like,
that
wait,
first time
am
we're
I
alone together.
mic'd? Is there a camera? Like,
Yeah.
where is everybody? And
Yep.
and then we just had to really start then and there and get to know each other full throttle.
Did it feel really comfortable, or was there a certain bit of awkwardness at first?
It was a bit shy, I think.
Yeah, more so shy, and just it was surreal. But
Yeah.
I think from the get-go, we've been so comfortable together,
We've been
and it's just been
yeah.
so easy.
So easy.
You know, sometimes you don't. It might not come across on screen. You know, you don't get to see everything
Yeah.
all the time that
That's
we
right.
have.
We have a lot. We
shared
had a
together.
lot more time that with a lot of them, but we had a lot of time that it doesn't get shown.
Did you guys watch last night together?
Yeah, we did.
We
Now,
did.
okay, now we'll talk about you in a sec, Carlin, because you're beautiful anyway, man. You got the girl. But Tim, right, I do feel like he left everything out there. He was vulnerable. Were you upset watching it?
Oh yeah, I was. I'm one of those people. I will tell you exactly how I'm feeling. I will cry. I will be emotional. I can't hide or anything like that. So I did. I broke down again. I was very emotional just because rewatching it was.
you know you've broken someone's
And have you
heart.
spoken to Tim? Have you have you said, are you okay? Like, because I want to hug him. I can imagine what you want to hug him.
No,
All Australia wants to hug him.
Yeah.
All of Australia wants to hug Tim. Tim and I have spoken a lot. Carlin knows this. Reaching out mainly just to see how he checked on me, how I was. He tells me what he's up to. It's very, very friendly. We were, and I did say Tim was my soulmate, but you know, I have soulmates. Evie's my soulmate. I have best friends that are my soulmates. I think it came down to the fact that Tim was my soulmate. He was my best friend.
Yeah. What did you do? So he gave you a ring as you dumped him. He said, "We'll have this ring anyway," and he put the ring on you. And then we all knew Carlin was going to give you a ring too.
They were like, Tim, you don't. He's like, no, I want to give her the ring.
I know. I thought that was sweet. Did you have to take off the ring before Carlin came?
I rocked up. I was like, "Oh, that's a new addition. Where'd that come
so
from?"
the ring was still on?
No. They took it off, and I'm only wearing Carlin's ring. But Tim gave me that gift, and it's my gift, and it's something to remember him by, not as a romantic thing, as our time together. And I thought that was really, that's Tim. He does whatever he wants. They'll be like, don't do that, and he's like, I'm going to do it because we had a beautiful time together, and I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah,
So you did keep the ring, or did you go to the ocean at Byron Bay and throw it into the water like that old lady in the Titanic?
How she drops her.
Yeah.
But I like how he made it clear as well at the end. The good thing about Tim is he just says whatever he thinks.
Yeah.
And it can get him in trouble, and that's why you haven't gone with him. Let's be real. Carlin is sexy.
Bo's got
and
the
stuff.
biggest crush on him.
I'm the one that always gets myself into trouble.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
feeling you.
I think this guy can ground me a little bit more.
That's what I said.
Although people haven't seen his out of control side, and he's so dorky. And I said I've always wanted somebody that was super funny, super dorky. Yeah.
And
we,
loyal.
we did have many moments of dorkiness on and off screen as
no,
well.
yeah,
but
it
like,
was
I mean,
very
you guys didn't get to see
serious
it
stuff.
all because
Yeah.
like. you
Okay,
know,
so
Right.
Carlin,
Yeah.
is that a frustrating thing? Because obviously we're seeing more of Tim on screen and we're not being shown your connection as much. So as we get up to the finale, a lot of people were thinking, oh no, you don't belong together because we're not seeing that connection.
Yeah.
So did that frustrate both of you?
There were moments that I did feel that way, but I respect the process and I understand, you know, why Warner Brothers Channel 10, you know,
Do
they
that.
do what
They're
they do.
professionals.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, this last episode, it was so beautiful and I felt completely redeemed just myself watching it. I'm like, thank you. There was real moments there that you could see was completely us, and that's sort of what we were like the whole time.
Yeah.
Was there any step along the way that really, signified that you guys had a legitimate connection early that we didn't see at home when it aired?
I mean, that first date, that was pretty incredible. Like,
Yeah.
Were you sang or after you sang? Were you-
this
Sang.
is the 24-hour date.
Right.
24-hour date,
yes.
Yeah.
which is huge when you don't know anyone. You're just
Yeah.
like full thrown 24 hours.
Yeah.
You're like,
Because
sick.
there's this thing out there about this first date curse. And
Yes.
apparently I've broken it.
Yeah, so
Oh.
apparently the guy that gets the first rose, I heard about this before the show and from show history. You never give the person you want to end up with the first rose. But 24 hours, there was no one else in my mind. They were like, Angie, are you sure? You know? I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I want him on from the 24 hours. And look, he broke the curse.
He won a lot of people as well. He was under the pump early, Carlin. You know, when you said, oh, he's married and that, which I think he handled himself really, really well.
So
thanks,
well.
Bo.
And then the guy that's
Jamie.
causing all the drama, the
Yeah,
dickhead.
Jamie, sorry.
He was walking around causing all the drama, saying he wants to be the next Bachelor, and you fronted him. And he handled himself so well.
Yeah.
So, Carlin, was that totally made up, that story that Jamie said that you were saying you want to be the next Bachelor?
You know what? Jamie I believe he came in on the back end of a conversation that me and some of the boys were having. Jamie actually never spent time with us guys in the mansion. I never saw him.
So you froze him out. He wasn't part of the cool guys crew.
Honestly, he was just never hanging out with us. And the guys were actually saying, you know what, Carlin, if Angie sends you home, this is before we got our second date. There was a long time in between. And they said, if you don't, if she sends you home, I reckon you'd make an awesome next Bachelor.
Fair enough.
And they said, would you say yes if you
didn't
got asked?
get
And I was
chosen.
like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And which is totally fine to say, but Jamie came in on the back end of that conversation. He must have. I didn't even see him, to be honest. And
He's
I think
like,
it's what he's told Angie is a completely different motive to that conversation. We have so many conversations in the mansion, and then to sensationalize this, and I was it was so hard.
It was
what we saw with him and the drama that he was causing, and kind of the level of hysteria that he would reach, was that pretty legitimate? What we saw, it wasn't hammed up. That's how it played out.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. He is very much like that.
Yeah.
And, I felt like I got along well with him from the get-go. It's like there was a switch. And I think it was a moment that we had that conversation with Marcos, Angie's dad, and that we said, steer clear of Jamie. He really, because he must have seen me as a huge threat, he really didn't like it that I had said it. And all the guys had said it, but he really channeled that towards me.
Yes or no, when you guys were watching him kind of go balls to the wall and a little bit nutso, did you guys sit on the couch and laugh?
I had no idea.
I did. I was running around putting out fires. I didn't see much of the stuff
when you were watching it all play back and Jamie was going crazy, did you think it was funny, or was it just sort of making your stomach turn?
No, it was pretty hard to watch. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I didn't realise how full throttle it was because I'm in there talking to other people while this was all going on, and to watch it I was like, whoa, I really did not see a lot of what went on when I'm out chatting to other people.
And how fast tracked are you guys at the moment? Are you even talking about moving in together? How fast is this relationship moving?
What's next?
I mean, they're serious conversations that we do have to have because you need a game plan.
We talk about it and we joke about it, but the biggest thing for joke about what are we gonna do next? But the biggest thing for us is we want to have a normal relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like with this Batchy experience, it's very much like after it, you almost feel as if you're like engaged. We're not. We're dating now.
Yeah.
We're boyfriend and girlfriend, but we get to go out and we get to go for brunch. He can take me out on a date. I can take him out on a date. We miss all of that, and it goes from being these extreme dates to yay, you're together, and it's like you're in love, and then it's like, well, no, now we are in love, but we get to date like everyday people, and that's what we're so excited about.
You get to go to brunch on a Sunday morning.
We are such big brunches.
We're so boring. We want to go have $40 avocados.
Well, were you legitimately fearful in the moment when it looked like Carlin was about to propose? Did you think he was going to?
Yeah, did you see me? I was like, don't do anything stupid.
And Carlin, yes or no, were you going to until she told you not to?
No, absolutely not. That was not an engagement ring.
I would talk to the boys all the time. I'm like, at the end, you're not doing any promise rings, any engagement rings.
I was almost
second
guessing if I wanted to give a ring, to begin with, because the whole marriage thing and stuff. Just FYI, I am divorced. Can we put that on the table, please?
You're not going to become Australia's Ross, where you just start proposing to everyone as divorced people.
I was like, you're just going to be known as the divorced guy.
You guys have spent nights together, obviously, or what's going on? How's that going? How's the intimacy? Is he good? Is he a good lover?
Yeah.
Go on.
He's giving you permission, Angie.
Is he good in bed?
Say it. I mean, we get to hang out a few times before now. It's not like last night was the first time we did it.
Yeah.
Is that what the kids are calling it? Hang out? We get to hang out.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Good.
Everybody thinks, he's a nice little Christian boy, but watch out for them Christian boys.
Oh, really?
They're naughty.
They're naughty.
What a bad boy Carlin is.
Look, I don't think, you say that Carlin really grounds you and he's the yin to your yang. I don't think you've really thought this through, though, because he's a personal trainer, and I used to date a personal trainer,
Very boring.
The judgment that you get when you miss leg day, you go to the movies, and I'm at the Froke machine, I'm getting Maltesers, and he's just got carrot sticks.
No.
It's so
this
boring.
Guy, he will call
here we
me.
go.
It's like at least 3 to 4 times a week he'll call me on his way home, and I'll be like, what are you smashing? Oh, we're just getting some Maccas. We're just having hungry. And like 4 nights a week, I'm like, this guy smashes junk food more than anyone I know.
Train hard, eat harder.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, live your
Always
life.
eating
Honestly,
treats.
I'm not one to be like, don't eat that, don't eat that. Just live your life. Have a healthy balance, but just there's absolutely no guilt whatsoever when it comes to eating stuff like that. And I wouldn't ever want Angie to feel that way. I certainly don't.
You've got you do personal training and you can act as well. You can act.
Well, apparently not.
No, but what's next for you? I know you're going to say we're together. We're just going to focus on Angie. But what's the end goal here, man?
You know what? I don't have a 5-year plan or an end goal or anything like that. I just thought I'm going into this experience. I'm going to throw my everything into it, and whatever happens, happens. There's nothing wrong with saying, if something else comes from this and you're not the relationship or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that.
I agree with
that.
that.
Best of both worlds, honestly. I have Angie now. And
Yes, and if you score an extras role as a river boy in Summer Bay, then
don't turn that down.
Yeah.
You'd be crazy not to.
God, go for it.
All right, Angie and Carlin, stick around. If you want to ask them a question, we're opening the lines for our listeners because they all watched it last night.
Go.
They've got questions. Our number's 131065. We'll do that next. Taylor's called through. Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
Hey, Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
Oh, Taylor's only 10 years old.
Good.
10 years
Aw,
old. Hi.
Hi. This is a question for Carlin.
Yeah.
Carlin, how do you feel after your brother threw you under the bus when he was talking to your sister at hometown?
Okay, Angie, yeah, that's a good question because Angie was like, because some of the guys are saying that Carlin's only in this to further his acting career, and your brother was like, well, yeah. That's why he entered.
So sure. I was like, yeah, that's a joke. Katie's like,
No.
My bro is the most beautifulest soul, honestly. Anyone that ever meets him just knows that he's so genuine. We never had that conversation before me going on the show, and I think he just thought, well, Carlin's done acting and he's passionate about it and he's going on TV. I don't know. I think he was really put on the spot as well. And you could see he was kind of just like...
him.
Yeah, right.
Did you go back and give him a big old Chinese burn? It's like, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I didn't know how it played out
can't.
until I watched it back. I was like, dude, really?
Really?
Really? But honestly, I love that guy. We're blood. There's nothing that could tear us apart.
Well, when Angie confronts you in the cul-de-sac and reveals what your brother, just said, that you want to be the new Toadie on Neighbours, I mean, were you thinking it's all over? I've blown my chances here?
Yeah, I really felt like that was it. I spent half my time after the whole Jamie thing defending my character.
Yeah.
To feel like we're back at square one, it was just every time we had a really good date, it just felt like we were back at...
Somebody would just be like...
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, give me...
One step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, that's kind of a relationship.
It
It
is.
happens.
Yeah.
You have your doubts, you have your fears, and it doesn't always play out the way you want it, but we came out on top.
Relationships are easy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, aren't they just?
That's what I feel like saying when everybody's like, but what about this? It's like, I don't know anyone with a solid, perfectly happy relationship. We all go through stuff.
Yeah.
We just happen to have a full-on relationship in the Bachelorette.
In the media.
And exactly.
Yeah.
So,
How hard is it doing that show, Angie?
you know what? I'm a very honest person. It's hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's some days you really do. And watching back and things that you are like, I wish they saw that so they would understand why that happened, and I want to protect that boy and I want to protect myself. You can't stick up for yourself online or anything. That's the hardest part.
Were there any times over the 3-month filming process where you just thought, God, I hate myself for signing up for this?
No, never, ever.
Never just wanted to go back home.
Nah, never.
Go back to that big red couch.
Of course I would say when I walk off, I just want to go home. I meant back to my beautiful mansion I was dating, not back to home. But no, I feel like everything comes into your life for a reason, and sometimes I was very tired and very emotional, but I really wouldn't change a thing. I probably could not ugly cry so much, but that's just the way I am.
Don't ugly
when
cry.
I cry
You really
with my
don't.
little red nose and like wipe off, or I always scrub my. It's like, girl, you're still on camera, so it's scratching
No,
your eye.
I gotta say, as someone who works in online media at a news website, Angie, they made for terrific screenshots to sell stories.
I've seen so many gifs where it's like when something happens and it's just me going.
Yep.
You'll be an a car freshener soon as well, I reckon.
Oh my God.
Okay, we got Harry who's phoned in. Harry, you're on the air with Angie and Carlin. What's your question?
Carlin, it's me, Harry, your worst nightmare.
Hey, Harry.
Hey,
oh,
who's
this
Harry?
guy.
Who's Harry?
I train Harry at F45.
Is it?
If that's this Harry.
Is it the same Harry?
Is it?
Harry.
Yeah, it's that Harry. Yeah, your worst nightmare, Carlin.
What do you got, Harry?
no,
What do
it's
you
him.
got?
What's up, bro?
Hey, Carlin, remember how I was talking about Angie with Steve?
Yeah.
With who?
Yeah, and you got full defensive, and I told you I knew you won it because the way you reacted.
With who? Defensive with who?
Steve.
Oh, the other guy, Steve. Yeah,
Steve.
man, I keep that stuff locked down as much as I can. I can't give it all away.
Yeah.
But you got so defensive over it, remember?
I wish I knew the story so I
Yeah.
could be like, what? So
Why?
wait, who's Steve?
Steve's bagging
So
you. It
by
sounds
this-
like Steve's
yeah.
bagging you.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, what did Steve say
Angie,
about
if you
me?
come to F45, trust me, you're going to know who me and Steve are.
Is that a
Biggest
It also
larrikin.
sounded a bit thready, didn't it?
It's Western
Oh,
Sydney
God.
for you, Angie. Welcome to the jungle,
I know, I'm
darling.
excited. Bring it on.
Who
I
knew
do need
this?
a good training session, to be fair.
Oh, so Carlin, who did you tell? How many people
Yeah.
knew you won?
Honestly, just my family and my best mate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it at all.
Yeah.
And you know
No,
what?
it's
Yeah,
your
hang on.
best
When am
mate.
I getting my mate back as well that you've taken on me now that you've been on Bachelorette? We were so close, and then you've come along, and I know it's great. You're very
Bo
popular
is
at the
so
moment.
bruised about
But
this, by the way,
he
before
rings-
you came in.
Maybe
Yeah.
you could be a little...
Brenton's a little
Oh,
Bo
you're not
Ryan,
into
honestly.
it.
All the nuances, he really is a little Bo Ryan.
Jack said that.
I
Jack said the
I
voices
said
are the
he's got
same.
the same
Yeah.
mannerisms and everything.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I know he was showing me, Carlin was showing me a few videos last night and I was like, all right, twins, Bo Ryan's twin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off him anyway. So I'm looking for a new friend. Anyone out there that wants to come
That's
in?
why Bo is so keen. He's got the biggest man crush and a bromance with Tim. It's why he's so devastated he got dumped because you've kind
Yeah,
of
but I
like
love Carlin.
you dumped him for his mate. Now you've dumped
They're
Tim.
trying to
So
turn me.
It's just a
Bo's
vicious
gonna
love
take-
So you
cycle,
want to
isn't
be
it?
best friends with Tim?
Well, he's taken my mate, so I should take Tim now. I reckon.
You-
Yeah.
I think Tim would give you a run for your money, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
watch
but we're
out.
mates though.
Yeah.
Is Tim coming in today or no?
On the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Actually, Carlin, what did you think when Tim said to Angie, "Oh, if it doesn't work out with Carlin, I'll DM you and we can hook up"?
There's nothing that comes out of that guy's mouth that I'm
Yeah.
surprised about. Honestly, I just laugh it off. I'm good mates with Tim. You know, we're still in contact, and I love the bloke. He's got such a good heart, and yeah, I understand why Australia loves the guy because I love him too.
If
It's,
it didn't work out between you guys, would you give your blessing for Tim to be the next boyfriend?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jack.
Because he gave his
like-
blessing
I would.
to you. He said,
Yeah,
I
it's
love
true.
Carlin. If
He
she's going to choose
loves
anyone.
Carlin.
Yeah. So would you
Yeah.
say the
True.
same if you're going to
Come on,
ever be
man.
with anyone else? Let it be Tim.
You're
Come
going to look
on,
like
man.
an arsehole.
I think I'd have to say yeah.
Yes.
I'd give my
Oh,
blessing.
he
Good
hasn't
man.
said that to me.
I reckon after this, he's going to get your phone and delete from contacts.
Yes.
No, never. The beautiful thing with Tim is I've spoken to him on the phone a couple of times and I'll tell Carlin straight away, but he'll call Carlin straight after but not say we've spoken. We'll be like, mate, how are you? Like, that's how genuine and loyal he is. He'll be like, how you doing? This is happening. Da, da, da. He's just always like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, then go, I just spoke to Angie. Like, he'll keep our conversations private. And then I'll be like, listen, I'm going to tell Carlin we've chatted. Just because it's a respect thing. But Tim and I really are, we chat now and it's like we're
That's
we're
nice.
best mates.
I think that's happened
He's a good
before
guy.
because
No.
usually the runner-up,
Well,
it's like gone.
We're not a conventional couple, honestly. There's so much trust there and so
Yeah.
much love for the other guys and the experience they went on. I respected the process the whole time.
Well,
know.
not like with The Bachelor, which we saw a few weeks ago in the finale. Did you guys see Abby was the runner-up and she was walking past all these cactuses going, I don't want to talk to him again. There's not
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
bitterness, which is
no.
really nice
No
to
way,
see.
not at all.
What I also love is, Australia, as well as getting behind Tim, they really, got Kieran on their shoulders, and that's another one who they championed for.
Yeah.
But they haven't hated Carlin. Usually they hate someone or turn. They haven't hated it. They haven't. There's been no hate. It's
there's
just like,
not
oh,
one.
we
I've
feel
seen a bit
sorry
of it,
for.
but, it's
Stay off
true.
Twitter for 48 hours.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
maybe 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4
Well,
weeks.
did you also see, maybe just stay off the internet because with Kieran, his nudes were leaked this week. Did
haven't
you
seen
see?
it.
Oh, on
No.
the beach?
At the beach or
Yes.
something?
No, I haven't seen it. Give me a look. I haven't seen it. So I want to see this. I'm
I've
into this
got
sort
him.
of
Do we
stuff.
have him? I've sent the producers something. Do we have them on screen?
I sent you the thing.
There we go. We've got unpixelated.
he's
He was
actually
Jackson,
is.
wasn't he?
Oh, you've got
Yeah.
the unpixelated ones.
Do you?
Yeah.
What beach are we?
Well, we've already both seen it from the Bachelorette dates. We
Yeah.
already know
Oh,
what
yeah.
it looks like.
You already
haven't
know.
seen it.
Have you seen it on the beach with a clothed Jackson next to him? Just
That's
hanging out down near
just-
Jackie's house,
Can
that
we zoom
is.
in on that?
That's just so Kieran. That's
We-
Kieran. Like, he does whatever he wants to do, and good on him. No shame. Like, who nudes up on a public beach? But who
Yeah.
nudes
Well, I
up on the Bachelorette?
It was a nude beach, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a nude beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
zoom in on that, or
My
what's going on here? Can
Do
we- how
you
come
do
we
that,
can't see
Carlin? Are you gonna go one for one with Kieran?
Oh, you know what? I've had a few skinny dipping moments in
What
my
is that? Hang
time.
on, is that his cock
Yeah.
Now that I'm getting papped,
Was that his cock?
Do we want to pass the
mate.
photo around? Anyone else want to see?
No, we won't. Don't
Yeah.
pass the phone.
Yeah.
Carlin, you're better than that, aren't you, Carlin?
Look,
You gotta be
Angie
bigger
and
than
Carlin,
that.
we'll let you guys go. Thank you for joining us. You know, applications are now open
look
for
at
the
this.
Bachelor and Bachelorette 2020. So if you guys want to apply for it, you can go to 10play.com.au. Would you suggest people apply for this show? Is it something you would recommend?
I definitely would, but I would give them some solid advice
Some
first.
tips
I
and
would say
tricks.
make sure you're ready fully, body, mind, spirit, physically.
Oh,
You
intern
really-
Pete has just, while you've been
Yeah,
talking,
it's zoomed
intern
right into
Pete
the
has
cock.
got a high-res version of the
Oh
unpixelated penis
my
shot of Kieran on the beach. He's also printed
Freezing
it out in
cold.
full colour. We've got paper here, hard copies, so you
I
can
just love
pin
how
that one
we-
to your fridge
Yeah,
down in
you
Cronulla,
wanna-
Carlin.
I
You
reckon.
want to frame that?
I said it to you before. You've done a good job on it. Usually they're boring. I know at work at Channel 10, but all the bachelors are boring. They pick the same boring people, but you brought some life to the show.
Thank
yeah, it was
you.
great
Yeah, I mean-
season. Great
Thank
season,
you so
Angie.
much. I definitely threw my all in it, didn't
Yeah.
I?
And
Oh,
you got
well,
Carlin.
paid off.
No
Can we see a
shame.
kiss, like a little pash or something? Can you do a little pash?
You've been doing
You haven't
hands
seen
under the
enough
desk.
already?
You've been doing
We
hands under the
pashed
desk.
so much last night. I was like, oh my God, my poor grandmother. She'll be like, no more pash rashing.
You were pashing in some kind of creek.
Yeah, what
in
was
the
that
woods
creek?
in
It
the
was
state forest.
freezing.
Yeah, it was like some cool little water hot.
was
Oh,
a
the
little
production
fairy,
and
fairy
the art
garden.
department, they do an incredible
art
job.
Oh, I
Department
saw
of my
you guys were in this
dream
creek,
team.
and on all the stones, like someone had got all these Glade candles
Oh,
and like put
they
them
are-
in the New South Wales State Forest.
They spend hours creating those picnic scenes, the lighting. Oh,
Looks very
I
nice.
Hats
love
off to them.
my art.
honestly,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, no more of that. Now it's reality.
Yeah.
No, now it's just
Yeah.
McDonald's with this fella smashing his fries.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.